used to switch a lot too, but it's like defensively they've always been good, but their attack offensively is like more perimeter and space out as opposed to interior posting and stuff like that.
Sure. Mark was just here saying that, you know, to beat a team like that, you have to play with more pace, more speed. Why do you feel like you guys maybe lacked that pace and that speed, and where are you supposed to generate that
Yeah,
from?
they were scoring every time down, and it's no transition fast break if they score every time down. So I think they had like 70-something in the first half, and it's hard to get out ahead of them. When they put the ball in the basket, you got to run underneath and take it out every play. So, yeah, it's no pace when you can't get a stop.
And I know you mentioned now with Luka's new surroundings, it's more like perimeter-oriented. Do you feel like his new personnel, the pieces around him, kind of make him harder to defend than when he was in Dallas? And I guess what has to change with the approach in terms of defending him?
No, same guy. Really talented, smart basketball player. He'll pick you apart if you let him. It didn't feel like a different guy. I felt like the same Luka Doncic, good basketball player.
Yeah, Shea, with the new scheduling format where you occasionally have consecutive games in the same place against the same team, after a game like this, does that make Tuesday night not more important, but good for you guys that, hey, we can get right back in and see how we can correct the things that went wrong today?
Yeah, absolutely. Every night you go out there and you test yourself, and after tonight or after today, the next game should definitely give us a little added motivation for sure. For sure.
From top to bottom, like the 0-0 mindset's been something from Mark, you guys everywhere. Is that a little bit tougher to maintain later in the season whenever the playoffs are right around the corner and it's not like, game 30 or something like that where you can just look to the next game like it's really, really close?
I think naturally, not to make it an excuse, but whether we win or lose, our standing won't change. So naturally it's gonna slip in. Now the challenge for every team is different, and the challenge is for us to make sure that we stay focused and continue to play with that sense of urgency, and we have in the last two nights, and we've gotten our butts whipped because of it. But every team has a challenge at some point. That's our challenge, and the Lakers are fighting for a spot. That's their challenge. Every team has a challenge, and they have to hit it head on, and they hit theirs head on tonight, and we didn't, and we got beat up for it because of it.
It feel like you guys kind of were easing into the game defensively. You didn't really come out with that, I guess you call it urgency or whatever, and they were hitting shots. You both kind of trading buckets for it, but they just kept going, and you kind of cooled off a little bit. Was that just defensively? You guys didn't have that energy early?
Yeah, we, I don't know if it was, I don't know exactly what it was. Just being in the midst of it, going back and watching it, I'll be able to tell more, but it was it felt like it was a mixture of energy, focus, focus on the game plan and what we're trying to get done. Imposing our will defensively. They got whatever they wanted. They had 40-something points in the first quarter, and if they do that every quarter, they whoop us. So defensively we did not get the job done from start to finish. So, and that's never a recipe to win.
Your last three losses, one of the common themes has just been other teams just really scorching from three. Mark has talked about, in, I think, a game in San Antonio that one of the assistants said, we can't overreact, but we need to react at some point. What are you seeing on this end of just, the other teams when they're catching fire like that from three? Is it more of, a shooting anomaly, or are you seeing something specifically that they're getting at?
Yeah, for me, I don't... For me, it's about it's not about makes and misses. It's about are they getting the shots they want, or are we making them take the shots that we want them to take? And it's the same thing offensively. Offensively, it's not am I making shots? Am I making shots that are sustainable for us to win tonight over a long period of time? And defensively, you try to do the same thing. This is the best players. These are the best players in the world, and they're gonna make insane shots that they probably shouldn't make because they're the best players in the world. And you can't overreact to those. Now you do need to get the things into the game and make sure that they're taking shots that you want them to take, and that that help you win the game. So like I don't ever focus on makes and misses. Is that the shot we want them to take? So that's more the it's never like, oh, they were hot tonight. You know what I mean? Like if they were 100% on the shots that we want them to take, then we take the loss, and I tip my hat, and that's it.
Shay, no free throw attempts in this one. What do you think led to that in this game, and what can you do to change that for Tuesday night?
I don't know. I didn't get fouled. I don't know. And I don't think that necessarily needs to change. I don't know how many I had tonight, but I felt good offensively. Yeah, I don't think we lost because I didn't shoot free throws. So, and I'm all about trying to win. So I don't think that necessarily needs to change. We need to play defense for sure next game if we want to win.
People listen to this, they want to know you haven't had many. I don't think any night like this season. Mm-hmm. What's the mood in the locker room?
We're fine. Like we've gotten this far because we've stayed level, and we see the bigger picture. Like we understand that it's never always going to be sunshine and rainbows, and that's just like how the game goes, how life goes. Like no matter what, it's ups and downs, and we've ended a game and been ecstatic, and ended a game and haven't been too pleased with ourselves. But regardless, we're gonna have to wake up tomorrow and do the same thing. Like we're gonna have practice, we're gonna have things we try to get better at, and we're gonna try to go out the next night and try to be better. And that's what we focus on. We don't focus on the wins and losses now. A lot of times the losses show you more than the wins, and that's what we'll continue to do. We'll learn from the losses, but same group of guys.
Anybody else? We'll go last one to Joel.
So, Shaden, I am curious, like, what lens are you meant to view this game through, knowing that, you guys have locked up the first seed for several weeks?
Say again, sorry?
Yeah, what lens are you meant to view this game through, considering what you just said, and that, the fact you guys have been the first seed and that's been locked up, but this is obviously like a potential playoff opponent, and maybe they, value this game. Like, how are you supposed to view this game then, considering what you just said?
How am I supposed to view this game? Like after or before you talking about?
Either way, both.
Just like any other game, I think. Like you have a really good team coming in here, and you get a chance to test yourself against a really good team. And wherever you are in the season, in the standings, when a chance to test yourself is a chance to test yourself, and that's what you play for, and that's what I guess I viewed the game as before and after. Now, obviously, we failed the test, but that's what it was, and that's what I guess I see it as.
Thank you, Shay.
Did that answer your question?
All right, Shay.
No, Shay didn't even hear him. Shay said the crowd. I was waiting for you to say that I give Shay credit. He's trying. He's trying.
Yeah, that's hard to fight that one when you had to lean in. What'd you say?
Oh, it's like I put him up to that or something. When Jim's going to basketball, I'm living vicariously through my own scenes. Oh, I mean, what else? What else? Get fired up about? That's the guy you just He's what? definitely not what I said. I'm saying no. There's so many good games last night. What happened? This is the next one. LeBron. It's LeBron. He didn't know it. Well, he didn't know any better. He thinks he was unplanned. Isaiah Joe.
You would think he's 4.
Isaiah Joe, but top of his head.
Well, I'm thinking the way
LeBron. Isaiah Joe got switched on to but high school versus college. Is that what he was saying?
Why you have to bring that up?
60-pound dude, like younger than you, and he's you ain't fighting dude.
I can understand LeBron didn't want discipline, play, make him fun. But why even address a physical altercation? No one's even come on.
There you go.
And then they got this field practices, which according to him was like 10 years ago.
Oh,
Social media's gotta find this shit.
Yeah.
It could have been 20 years ago. They got someone to find